Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm excited to talk about this cartoon movie. It's called Turok, Son of Stone, based on the comic book from Valet. I know Turok came before Valet comic from another company. This comic book came out like a long time. I think it came out like I think it was in the late 50s this comic book came out. But then later on, Valet picked it up and kind of rebooted the series. So I think this movie was based on the comic book version of Valet's version of Turok. And of course, a lot of people they played the Turok video games, especially from Nintendo 64. Had tons of sequels and spin-offs. And for me, I know that he's a native Indian. And we need a lot of native Indians heroes. There's a couple of them, but I think Turok's the one that stood out in my opinion. I was like, wow, I didn't know it was this native Indian warrior like this going at it, kicking ass, you know. And in the original, he fought dinosaurs. What I read about online, and in the reboot version, I heard it got a little bit more crazier. Cause I only have one issue. I didn't read like every Turok issue, but he in the reboot version, I think he fought a lot of crazy characters in the comic book version of Valet's version of it, or Acclaim's take on it. But as for the cartoon movie, I feel like it was more traditional. It felt more traditional, about you see the origin of Turok when he was younger, how he fought this rival Native Indian chief, and killed him, got his axe. Many years later, the rival of that Native Indian chief, his son grows up and make and start want to start a war with the other Indian tribe that Turok was a part of before he was kicked out, for being wild pretty much. But you find out his younger brother from the beginning of the movie is all grown up, and now he's the chief of the tribe that Turok once lived in, and the son of the father that Turok killed at the beginning of the movie, he grew up going to start a war with the tribe, and Turok's brother died, and his nephew and went with got Turok, and Turok comes in while the son fainted. He passed out pretty much. Turok goes in trying to get revenge. That he's gonna get revenge against the rival native Indian chief that killed his brother. And once the got to the village, they found out the village had been massacred by this villain and kidnapped the princess of the or the queen, or pretty much the queen of the native Indians of that tribe. Kidnapped Turok, and his nephew had to go after him and stop him, but then they all went to the land of the lost land of the dinosaurs. I think it was. I think that's what they called it, and pretty much they both got separated, but they saved the woman in time to stop the villain. Pretty much for now, and the villain went to another part, and so like a tribe of caveman killed their leader, and he became a leader of the tribe of cavemen, the villain of the movie. And while Turok, his nephew, and the mother, the nephew's mom, got saved by a bunch of Indians that live in the caveman era time, which was like, kind of like a surprise, and it's pretty much they have to survive, get used to the way of the dinosaurs, living in the land full of dinosaurs, and also the way of life of this how this native Indian live in the Lost Valley land of dinosaurs, how they live in their life, while the villain, the rival Indian chief, the villain, and the cavemen are planning to trying to massacre the Indian tribe of that village of that land, and it's up to Turok for them to fight back and stop the villain once and for all this time. And all in all, this cartoon movie is good. I'm sorry for blabbering too much. I apologize, but I like this movie. It was simple. It was easy to follow. I like the animation. It's old school. And again, like Lady Death, I'm surprised this never got a live action movie treatment. Maybe one day. Anyway, Turok Summer Stone, the cartoon movie, I should definitely check it out.